Okay. All right. Well, this is weird, but I don't really want to do my assignment right now, and it's been tough, so I don't know. Just making this for my own sanity, because I've found that talking to myself is good when, no one's around. Kind of helps me sort through my thoughts a little bit. Um, yeah, no script, no nothing, just kind of talking. And I'm gonna just probably upload this to YouTube to see, mainly for my own record, but to see if there's anybody else that, can relate or is feeling the same kind of thing right now. Uh, yeah. So I guess I'll just start with how I've been feeling. Um, my name's Justin, senior in college. Um, you know, relatively active in RA. I would say like I have a pretty balanced way of going about life. You know, I've got a good set of friends, and I have a good relationship with my parents. Grades are fine. Like I have goals that I want to accomplish in the future. Um, but and I've never really had any problems before, and I'll get into that. But yeah, I've never really had any issues regarding mental health. And uh, I guess that's kind of what this is right now. Is I don't really know. I'm still trying to figure out what it is exactly. Um, but yeah, this past few months, maybe all November, and definitely it was a little bit of October, end of October. So I'd say maybe a month and a half, I have felt like shit. I felt like I felt like it's really been hard to get out of bed. It's been hard to go back to my room. It's been hard to just be in my own space. Like it's been really hard to just try and, you know, be with my own thoughts, I guess, is what I'm saying. Uh, and I guess some background. This semester is my second semester at this college I transferred in, or not, sorry, not second semester, second year, first semester. Picked up being an RA. I came out of summer fresh from like a breakup, I guess, that happened in March and was still kind of dealing with it. And I came in as an RA hoping to, save some money and meet some friends because as a transfer student, you don't really, there's resources and everything, but it's it's definitely hard to establish yourself on a campus that has established itself, at least in terms of upperclassmen. Um, fourth years, third years, all being together from the start. So I was hoping RAing would be that for me. And in the beginning, It was fine, you know. By the way, if you don't know what an RA is, it's a resident assistant. You know, when you go to college, the people who like look after your area. But yeah, that's what I do. Anyway, in the beginning when I came here back from summer, um, it was really good, honestly. I thought I had no idea what training would be like. We have training, and I met like a lot of people, and it was like, no responsibilities really, just learning how to do the job, that kind of thing. It was training, and um, I spent a lot of time with my staff, and I spent a lot of time with other RAs and other staffs in other buildings, getting to know people and like actually getting to know the school, and it really did help me in terms of my belonging at this school. Uh, so yeah, it felt more homey, if I could find a word for it. It felt a lot more homey, and it felt like I was finally making friends outside of my tennis team and outside of my sister who also goes here. So yeah, it definitely it definitely accomplished my goal of feeling at home and feeling like I belonged here. Um, and so, go on RA training. I meet these uh, two girls, and one of them I really get close with, and we'll just call her M. But yeah, me and M got really close, and we were like, I guess, a thing for a little bit, and no one was on campus really yet, and I think I really like clung on maybe, and I probably wasn't ready to get into another relationship from my previous one, but me and M, we clicked, and we started dating, and you know I definitely thought I could have done better, but yeah, we dated, and it ended. So I don't really want to go into the specifics, but it was kind of rough at the end. It was a it was a good relationship in my opinion, but it was rough at the end. And uh, it being a little shorter than what I've been in before, I didn't think it would hit me so hard. And maybe like a week or so after the breakup, I started feeling like s- honestly so depressed, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. Feeling like feeling like there's nobody to talk to, feeling like there's just so much overthinking, so much anxiety, so much so much so much nothing really. There's just a whole lot of nothing. And I like I've at this time, I've talked to a few people now, um, some friends, but man, this is so hard to like articulate into words. But it's difficult for me, coming from my background and coming from my previous experience to like at least experiences with relationships. I feel like it's been so hard to talk about them, and it's been hard to like open up and be vulnerable and like to admit that I am going through shit. Yeah. Um, like I may not seem like it now, but I'd like to think I'm a pretty you know, easygoing guy. Um, I love cracking jokes and I love being with a lot of people. I like being with friends and like I just am a people person. I love being around people and like getting to know them. And lately, it's been completely opposite. I have become like a recluse. Fuck, man. Uh, I It's been so hard to kind of again. I think I've mentioned it, but motivate myself to go out and be with my friends. And it's been difficult to like be alone where before I felt comfortable just being in my own space, but now it's hard to do that. And um, my relationship with M, I feel, had impacted it, but yeah, I mean it was definitely the start, I think. um, and like I feel like throughout my time in college, in my life, I've always had people that I could be comfortable talking with about like anything, about like my closest, my my deepest secrets, and people I could really be comfortable like going to, and them really understanding me. But I think this period that I'm going through, I feel like I have nobody. Like nobody can understand me, and maybe that's not true. There are definitely people who care, but there's nobody I would run to and just tell everything right now. And a lot of my friends are so busy and they have other people, you know, significant others, other friends, and like it's I understand, like everybody is doing their own thing, and this that I'm dealing with, like this whole, war that I'm having with my brain, it's not something that is easy to conversate about. Like I realize that a lot of people don't really get it. A lot of people don't understand, and a lot of people don't want to talk about it. I mean, we have a stigma in this country, I think more on men, that it is frowned upon to really share your feelings. And I think, as much as I know that, like, it is so hard for me to open up and be honest. and be vulnerable um, about how I'm feeling. And yeah, it's just been so hard lately. I I hate it. You know, some nights I can't sleep and I think about I think about my future. I think about whether I'll be alone for, you know, the majority of my time here. And like I think it's a loneliness problem that I'm going through right now, and that's really just eaten me and affected other aspects of my life. Like I mean, I think that just speaks to me as a person lately. You know, I am, I don't know. I'd like to think I'm pretty independent, but I've always had some sort of close support system, and now that it's not there, like I'm trying to figure out how to be my own support system, I guess, is what I'm saying. Um, yeah, I, man, like if I'd known there were going to be times in college where like I'd be deep in the trenches like this, like I don't know, I would have really tried to prepare better, but it can really happen to anybody. I never thought I'd go through shit like this. Um, and I mean, I seem more put together a little bit now, but I've, you know, had this monologue in my head. I had a dialogue with other people who I feel can get as close as they can to understanding me on this topic, on my feelings. But it's still something that is so difficult to really process. And yeah, I guess loneliness really is um, is a killer. I uh, yeah, I fuck. Uh, I am just trying to busy myself, you know, be with people as much as I can, but I really just want to be comfortable being alone. Um, and that's what I'm trying to do my best. Is be alone and be comfortable in my own space and figure out how to love me, you know, because when nobody else loves you, you are the only person who can love you. And I know people love me. It just doesn't feel like it right now. Oh God. Yeah. I don't know what I'll do with this video. I'll maybe post it. See if somebody wants to talk and you can just kind of like share trauma, I guess, with each other. But it's more really for my own sanity. I just want to keep a tabs on where I'm at, and hopefully, with finals almost, you know, around the corner and break around the corner, I can kind of recharge when I'm back home and kind of figure this out. But yeah, this video is way longer than I would have hoped it'd be, but yeah, I'll be back maybe after the new year or whenever I feel like I need to talk. But yeah, if you're watching this and you know me, I'm sorry that you see this. Um, yeah, I don't know. See ya.